Thank you for joining Waking Up with D. Today, I've had a very full day already. I woke up early, started doing my side gig at 8:30, and then it got slow with my side gig, so I went home and I got ready for a date I had. I already had my date. It was lunch. I'll tell you guys about my date, okay? So it was the first date I've had with him. I've been chatting with him for just a few short weeks, and he passed all my screenings in order for me to want to meet him in person. So I was like, hey, cool. You can carry on a good conversation. He's interesting. I was like, okay, let's go on this date. And he made me feel comfortable, and he was texting me, and he's like, I'm just gonna wear jeans. He's like, I'm not very classy. And I said, that's not true, because from the pictures I've seen of you, you present yourself well, and I don't think it means you're not classy just because you wear jeans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been excited to go on this date, and we just planned it a few days ago, and he let me decide what we wanted to do, and I just thought like initially going to a restaurant would be a good first date, and so a girl's gotta eat. So anyways, and he also let me pick the restaurant. I was like, okay, hey. He's never tried seafood before. He's not from the US. And so initially we were going to go to a seafood restaurant. I'm like, are you sure you want to try it? Because he said he can get a little weird about textures, and like, hello, with most seafood, the texture is very different, you know? But then I decided not to do seafood after all. So we went to a Mexican restaurant. He's had Mexican food at least once before. And I knew the place we were going to, and it has good food, good service. I like the family who owns it. So I'm like, hey, let's go here. And he wanted to come to me. He didn't want me to go to him. So I was like, oh, that's nice. Like, okay, this guy, he's like, everything's my choice, and he wants to come to me. He's making it convenient for me. I'm like, okay, I like this. He's attractive, but I didn't know how attracted I was to him prior to meeting him. And I'm not saying this is the case with every person, but he didn't have like a cool factor. I wasn't sensing like a cool factor when I spoke to him on the phone. Like, he would joke around and stuff, which was awesome. But I don't know, I was kind of like, there was just something missing, you know? But I was like, you know what, D, don't overanalyze it, because you haven't even met the dude, so that can very much change the situation. Because I was kind of feeling like, am I that attracted to him? Because there's not that cool factor that I'm feeling. But then I'm like, you know what, I need to just go and see for myself. He came to me, he came to that restaurant, and he texted me. He was at least like 10 minutes early. He texted me and he's like, oh, I'm here. And I said, okay, are you inside your car? Or I said, are you inside the restaurant? He's like, no, I'm outside. And I'm like, are you in your car? And he said, no, I'm just standing outside of the restaurant. I'm like, oh, okay, well, you could feel free to find us seating, or it's really up to you. I'm like, and then I texted back, I'll be there in about 3 minutes. As I was driving down the streets, I could see he was like standing under a tree, and he was dressed so nice. He was dressed so nice. So he did not wear his jeans. They might have been black jeans. They looked like a little bit like black jeans, where they weren't dress pants, but they were more like jeans, right? So he was wearing those, and then he was wearing like a kind of like a caramel colored V-neck sweater, and these teal glasses that were also like sunglasses. He looked so good. He looked stylish and just like good, you know? I was like, damn, okay. I was like, to make me change my mind because he looked cool. Just him standing there, the way he was standing there, made him look cool, you know? Like how, just certain things about people can give them a cool factor. Well, just the way he was standing made him look cool. The way he was dressed made him look cool. I was like, damn, okay, you're cool. So that was feeling him for sure. I mean, I already was finding him interesting, don't get me wrong. And he's, I don't know, just like it seems like a nice guy, you know? I don't know him well enough to completely say that, but he seems honest and a nice guy. But of course, I'm taking that slowly because you just never know with people. I waved to him when I pulled in the parking lot, and then I was eager, so I got right out of my car, and he like greeted me with a hug, and I felt so comfortable. I was just already comfortable meeting him. I really wasn't that nervous. We got seated at the restaurant, and yeah, it was just good conversation, like not a break in conversation at all. He's a good conversationalist. He's just very interesting. Like, I find it interesting to learn about different cultures, and it was just cool to talk to him. It took him a while to order because, well, we were chatting, so he wasn't like focused on looking at the menu. But then once he actually did look at the menu, then he was really decisive, and he liked the food, which was great. It was a good date, you guys. It was a really good date. So I'm not counting my ex-husband, but this was only the second date I've ever gone on in my life, and it was fun. And like seriously, there was not a gap in communication. There was no awkward silence. Like, there was no awkwardness, no weird topics. It was just like, he's a grown-ass man, you know what I'm saying? And like, I appreciate that, because sometimes you can have a person of a certain age and they're still not like a grown person. They have like a very immature mentality, but that's not who he is. You know, yeah, he jokes around and stuff, but he's not immature. And so I'm like, oh man, like, he's a grown-ass man, and I definitely appreciate that. Yesterday we had a conversation because he already has children, and he was surprised by the fact that I want children, and he's not interested in having more children. So I'm not going to get into his situation regarding his children, because I feel like that's super personal, since it does involve minors, you know? So I don't want to get into that kind of discussion. But all I will say is this. He said that if I want children, he understands that, and that's something that can be very important. So he wouldn't want to like keep taking up my time if that's not something he wants, because he just doesn't want that. And I said, no, I get that. I said, look, I'm 39 years old. I said, my eggs are scrambled. He starts laughing. He's like, no. He's like, I've had friends at 45, 46 that get pregnant. And I said, naturally? And he said, yeah. I said, okay, they might be the exception. I said, but I don't think that's going to be me, because there's like an age in my mind that I feel like is kind of a cutoff age. And once I pass that, I just don't know if I'll want children, because, you know, your energy level really goes down as you get older. So, but he was really taking this whole kid thing very seriously. And I said, look, I don't know what the future holds. I said, yeah, I do want to be a mother. I don't want to like miss out on the opportunity to be a mother, but I don't know how my life is going to unfold. And so what's most immediately important to me is just to like be with someone who treats me well, you know? And I'm not just telling him that. Like, look, you know, the older you get, the more you understand that you can have plans for life, but life doesn't hardly ever unfolds the way we think it will, or the way we would like it to. And so, yeah, I have these plans or these goals, right? But I don't want to just force things to happen with someone just to have a kid. I mean, I would actually like to have a child with someone who wants to have a child. But at the same time, if there's a nice guy right now that is interesting, that I find attractive, I don't know, like, why would I not continue to explore that? But then maybe he thinks that that would be wasting his time. This is what I told him. I said, this is the situation though. Say if things proceeded further with us and we continued to like go on dates or whatever, I would not have the expectation that like I'm gonna change your mind into having children. I said that's not at all how I'm thinking. I would understand I understand that's something you don't want. I said, so I mean, what are you thinking? Like, does this mean that you don't want to hang out more, or what are your thoughts? And he's like, I need to think about it. And I was like, yeah, of course. Like, I didn't want him to make some sort of rash decision. We were at the restaurant like an hour and 15 minutes, and he has to work later tonight, so he couldn't stay longer. But when he got back to his place, he texted me like, thank you for coming out, and then he was like giving me compliments, and that made me feel really good. So we'll see. Look, I don't know what ultimately where his mind, what his decision making is gonna be. So at the end of our date, we walked outside. Like, he parked a little bit in a different spot than I did, so he kind of walked closer to my car, and then we hugged each other. As we left, I hugged him, and he smelled good, and then I was like, oh, you smell good. I'm like, I need to get out of here because you smell good. And then I like leaned in and hugged him again because I'm like, damn, when someone smells good, you just, that's a weakness of mine. If you are good smelling, come on. I can get with that, Get with that for sure. So, ooh, did I just parallel park? While I was vlogging? What? So anyways, yeah, he smelled good. So I was like, oh shit, I'm not gonna linger. I'm not lingering. Because I want to be all up on this dude. But anyways, so it was a good date. I hope that if you're single, if you're dating, I hope that you will be safe about it, but I hope you'll have fun when you do go on dates. I hope that if the date doesn't turn out well, that you'll keep encouraged, that you'll keep a positive attitude and won't allow that to get yourself discouraged. But yeah, it was really fun, and I hope that we can go on a second date. We're gonna see. I don't know what to say, because it was positive that he gave me those compliments by text once he got home, but yeah, so I'm very happy because, like, of it being my second date, my first date with him, but my second date ever, it was really good, and I just feel happy about that. So don't let any negative dating experience or any negative relationship get you down. Know that there is a future of happiness for you. Even if you don't want to date or be in a relationship, there is a future of happiness for you. Please know that. But if you do wish to date, don't let the weirdos out there, don't let the inappropriate people, don't let the creepy ass people get you down. Just keep on trying if you want to keep your heart open to love, because what I'm learning is this is a process, And there's a lot of duds out there, let me tell you. So if you watch this whole thing, OMG, thank you so much. Sure, you comment down below the couple emoji, hashtag couple. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like this video, make sure to comment and share. Like I keep saying, we're almost at 200 subscribers. Right now we're at 192 subscribers. So thank you so much to all the new subscribers and the continued loyal subscribers that we have on this channel. I really appreciate you guys. This channel could not exist without you guys. And last but not least, there's only one you. So don't forget to take care of you. Bye, you guys.